Welcome, as you can see on your screen there, we are at week 9 here of our NJCAAE conference regular season matches going on. We're super excited to be here already. This is our last week of regular season. Next week we will take we'll get a little bit of a Thanksgiving break going on, and then the following week is when playoffs will be started, at least for all of our different titles and games going on. So that is going to be a lot of fun when that happens. We've got Smash Bros coming your way here very shortly. We've got a couple players here in the center that are getting their lobbies set up and getting ready to run. So it'll be a lot of fun. I think we're going to be able to possibly get 2 matches in here today. They schedule everything. So Smash Bros matches are supposed to happen at 3 o'clock. We've got 5 different players. 2 of them play remotely, and 3 of them play here with us. And so sometimes it's a little bit of a juggling match to try and see if we can get times pushed back, all sorts of kind of stuff like that. But everybody else just plans. Some other schools just have 1 player, or they have multiple players also, and they plan for that 3 o'clock time slot. So some of them are able to adjust, some of them are not. Luckily today, it sounds like we'll be able to get Dragon going on his match at 3 o'clock, or here very shortly as they're setting up the lobby right now. And then Blaston should be getting into his match a little bit after that, so we probably should be able to catch the back end of his match going on there. Dragon will be going up against his opponent from Bergen Community College today. Dragon is looking to complete, this is the final week, he's looking to complete the undefeated season, which will then this weekend give him a really good shot at grabbing one of those top seeds going into the playoffs and being in a really great position in the bracket going forward. So we will see. I believe I heard that Saturday is when brackets are made for all of the playoffs. So this weekend we should have a lot of news coming your way, and possibly releasing that at the beginning of next week to let you know who's playing, where and when, and who made playoffs, who just missed playoffs, all sorts of good stuff coming your way. But we should be able to see hopefully at least 1.5 matches coming on, as we've got one getting set up right now and another one that'll start right around 3:15. So probably going to get one full match. Probably Dragon's full match will be able to go, and then catch the back half of Blaston's going on. Luke is also going to get his match set up. It looks like he's setting his lobby up right now too, as we're going on. And so he's going to have his match against the Northeastern Technical College. Ooh, it's kind of a tongue twister there. And they're getting ready to roll right now also. So a lot of action goes down on Wednesdays here, as we have Smash Bros that go at 3 o'clock. And we've got, like I said, we've got 5 different players. Most of the time we've got 3 here and 2 playing remotely with us. Sometimes, like 2 weeks ago, we actually had 4 in the center, as the other one was able to travel to us and play a little bit and hang out here with us. But most of the time we see these 3, Luke and Dragon and Blasting, coming in and doing a lot of warm-ups usually on Wednesdays before the match, and it becomes a lot of fun in here too, as they will play against each other, they'll play randoms online, all sorts of fun stuff, and a lot of noise comes from this room on Wednesdays, as they get very excited and very animated and energetic when they're playing against each other. So it's always fun on Wednesdays for that to happen. And then Wednesday nights is when we have Warzone that happens in here, and that can get really, really exciting towards the end of the matches. Usually the beginning of the matches are a little bit slower because it's the big map and like 75 people drop in, so not a whole lot of action happens early. But later in those matches that happen, it gets really exciting in those tight circles and all sorts of stuff. So Wednesdays really get popping in here throughout the day. Most of the time, I think maybe we also see that a lot of the students are having classes on Wednesdays, so they're already on campus, as we get a lot of I guess so to say non-program students. We'll go with that. So students that aren't in our program will come in and use our computers and play. A lot of Warzone happens. Some people come in and play some Smash Bros, Overwatch, Valorant, all sorts of games being played on here. I saw somebody playing Dead by Daylight earlier today. So just a lot of fun being had. The Halo multiplayer has been released I believe I heard that it was actually the beta just got re-released right now, and is open for a little bit of time, so people are able to play that, the multiplayer. And so it's been a lot of fun with that. I've dabbled in that a little bit, and it's very fun actually. It's just enough of the old school Halo of when I was growing up in middle school and would run home after school to try and hop on my Xbox 360 with my friends on Xbox Live, and I had one of those little characters that had the spiked hair and the sunglasses. I thought I was so cool. But it's enough of the old days with enough of the new days that I think make a really good product that they've got coming on in there. We get our streams going up on screen basically throughout the whole day. I think that we saw that the World Series of Warzone is going on right now. So there's a duos tournament for like $300,000 or something like that going on. So we've had that up, being able to see some different Halo streams, all sorts of fun stuff going on in the center throughout the days, throughout the weeks, and really throughout this whole quarter so far as we're approaching. Like I said, this is our last week of regular season going on. So going into this weekend, a couple big matches coming for the Chokers the rest of the week. Also, as we talked about, Dragons looking to pull off the undefeated season with another win today. So we're really excited to see how that goes. Tomorrow, our Valorant team will be playing Lackawanna for a chance to get into the playoffs. When they're in, lose, and they've got to cross their fingers and hope that they win some tiebreakers. So ultimately, you just want to go win that thing. And then the same thing for Overwatch on Friday, possibly Thursday. There could be a schedule change going on there, but they will be playing Westchester Community College, and they are playing. They win, and they'll actually take the 1 seed. They'll be first out of their pool going fourth. If they lose, they will create a 3-way tie possibly for second place and have to go into some tiebreakers. So it's going to be very interesting there as we are able to head into our first game here, our first round of Dragons match. He will be Dark Samus, as you can see over there, going against Captain Falcon. So this will be a matchup of probably a lot of speed coming your way here. So Dragon is able to start off this first stocks for both of them very well. Looking to try and grab the first stock as he's able to do. Oh, not quite able to do right there. I thought he sent him flying. Definitely a good hit. That will send him flying again. Falcon. Oh, there we go. And so he's able to collect the first stock there from Captain Falcon. As I'm sure at some point in time we will see a Falcon punch going on. The most annoying sound in this game, but very effective. I was actually corrected on that with the addition of Sora now, Sora's definitely got some interesting ones going. But as you see, Falcon's not able to recover there as Samus gets his classic off map kill right there in elimination, so he's able to go up and grab the first 2 stocks of Captain Falcon. Is up there quite a bit in his damage, but we've seen a lot of damage be dealt in a short amount of time by Dragon, so he's trying to see if maybe he can pull this off, coming out of here clean with all 3 stocks left. Not able to do so, as Captain Falcon is able to send him flying right there, but definitely has the advantage with not only 2 stocks to 1, but also holds the damage advantage, and still holds it as a big hit right there from him. Is going to get Captain Falcon very close to the triple digit damage. Falcon's going to get stuck underneath the stage right there and not be able to recover. So his final stock will be in a little bit of anticlimactic fashion there, but his final stock will be taken from him. So Dragon will go up in the match 1-0. Just like usual and like normal with our matches, it will be a best of 5 going on. And so he will go up 1-0, looking to grab 2 more map wins. And if I can kind of I can actually just peer out just a little bit and see that Luke is currently in his matchup also, and it looks like he is playing as Bowser. He's playing his main, which is awesome. And I can't quite see, but we'll probably wander back and forth and look in and take a gander at what's going on there. But with Dragon's matchup, he will go up 1-0, best of 5, so he's got to be the first to 3 map victories. So he's looking to grab 2 more. It will be interesting to see if we possibly get a character selection change going into these matches, other than the little bit of a difference that we've had with Luke and Carson being in the same pool. They've seen like opponents. You don't really know who you're going to be facing. And so we do see the same character selected here for this second game. But obviously, on our end, we had no clue who our opponent was going to be playing. And I'm sure Captain Falcon didn't know that they were going to be seeing Samus. So it'll be a very interesting thing to see what's going to happen here. Maybe some strategies change. But you see Dragon able to get off to a very great start, dealing some damage. The MO of Dragon with the Samus character is to try and deal damage from a little bit of a distance, kind of keep the distance away from the opponents. Oh, wow. You see a fantastic spike there from Nick as he's able to grab Samus right before they get back onto the side and grab the first stock, so he will grab the advantage. But like I was saying, Dragon likes to do a lot of damage from distance, as you see that beam going and be able to collect the second or the first stock, sorry, there of Captain Falcon. So it will be evened up at 2 stocks remaining for each of them. A fantastic block into an up special, just a great combo right there, and a great move from Samus to be able to get some damage on Captain Falcon. I think the biggest thing here that we've seen so far is that Falcon is able to kind of combat Samus wanting to stay at distance by using a lot of that speed that they have. Being able to nearly miss on the projectile shots and get in close. Once they get in close, I still would not say that it is not Dragon's strong suit. As you see the second stock for Captain Falcon go flying, but it is definitely not typically what we see here from Dragon, as you see a lot of damage get dealt from distance and then just comes in close, a lot of times off stage. So just definitely a different look for him, but really able to handle it so far. Tries to go off stage and find that spike once again, as he loves to do when they're down to their last stock. Gets a little bit off stage and launches them all the way onto the other side of the stage, so a good hit. Gets that grab and those slaps that he loves to do. We'll see if maybe he goes off stage once again. No, he's going to connect on the beam and be able to send him flying once again. So he grabs the third stock there from Captain Falcon. So after that first really, really great move from Nick out of Bergen Community College, it was a great spike right there to be able to grab Samus's first stock. Samus is able to respond and retaliate by grabbing 3 of Captain Falcon's before losing another one. So a really great response right there, and puts Dragon right in the driver's seat right now, up 2-0, looking for that undefeated season. It'll be a fantastic feat to be able to be had here at Grace Harbor College. Seen a lot of great opponents. Sees a great opponent today in Captain Falcon. As we talked about, a lot of that speed is able to combat kind of the distance damage that's dealt by Samus, as a lot of the projectile shots have been near misses. Really, a lot of near misses because of the speed of Captain Falcon. So not only is he looking to try and complete the undefeated season, but he's looking to try and grab his 8th 3-0 victory of the year. So they'll figure out which map, which stage they're going with. You get a couple bans come your way to say, hey, we're not going to play these maps, and then you will figure out what is your final stage, and then they will go from there. So Dragon is definitely chomping at the bit to be able to finish off this undefeated season. We've talked about before, it's a fantastic thing to be able to do. It is a very tough task, as any day you can have a misstep and be able to somebody be able to steal a couple stocks from you and grab a match and all that kind of stuff. So it'll be very exciting here in the program if we're able to pull it off. And I know that Dragon has been able to have a fantastic season, but also have a great influence on a lot of those newcomers that have come into our program this year, and even Blaston, who has been with us. Just a lot of great skill and information coming from them. So we will see a character change up, as King K. Rool is going to come up and see if he can make a difference right here. So you see King K. Rool not able to recover right there, so Dragon will grab the first stock. A great recovery there from Samus, able to stay on stage. Oh, and he gets one of those classic spikes that you see coming from his Samus character, so he's down to his last stock as his opponent. Not able to recover off stage right there as he tried to get one again, but is still up 2 stocks to 1, looking to try and finish this one off. Where on the other side of things, Luke is looking to try and even his series up at 1-1 as they're both down to their final stock. Oh, and Sam, another unfortunate thing for Dragon right there is he's not able to recover, just happens to not get to the side or the ledge of the stage. Has quite a bit of damage already dealt to him though. Is really starting to tack on the damage here to King K. Rool. Is probably just a couple of hits away from being able to finish it off. And there it is. He is going to, oh, not quite. Are they going to be able to recover? They do recover, so he did get the big hit on him. Did not quite send him flying, but it's just a hit away here. As you see the difference between King K. Rool and Captain Falcon. Definitely a heavyweight. That one will not be able to be recovered right there, though, as he sends him flying off the side of the stage. And so Dragon will grab the 3-0 victory today to not only complete the sweep today and grab his 8th sweep of the year, but to cap off and finish off a undefeated regular season for him. He will head into the playoffs with a 9-0 record. What a fantastic feat that he was able to pull off there. Just really, really great play throughout the whole time, the whole season. Had very, very, very few missteps, miscues throughout all of his matches and all that stuff. So a great thing to be able to carry momentum and carry confidence into the playoffs. Like we said, playoff brackets get made on Saturday. So we know that Dragon is in the playoffs. It's just a flip of the coin up in the air in some tiebreaker situations to figure out what seed he will take. As I think last I looked, there's like 30 pools in the Super Smash Bros. League. So obviously there's going to be 30 different first place winners. You got to figure out through tiebreakers and through records and all sorts of stuff of who's going to be the number 1 seed, the number 2 seed, the number 3 seed, and so on and so forth. There's going to be number 1 seeds or first place finishes in pools throughout the number 1 to 30 seeds for the playoff bracket. So we will hope that a undefeated season and a really impressive one with that by Dragon is going to, you would love to see him in one of the top 5 slots because the number 1 seed will play the number 64 seed, so on and so forth, all that kind of stuff. So the higher seeding you can get, the lower seed of an opponent that you will grab, and on paper will give you a better matchup when you go to that. So we will see what happens there. With our other matches going on, Luke just narrowly lost his Game 2 match, or his Game 2 against, I believe he's been playing Ryu the whole time. So he is currently down 0-2. but he can easily turn around as both of them have been near losses. So if he turns it around and is able to grab 2 in a row, he'll force a game 5, being able into that best of 5 series, and be able to see if he can grab the victory. It looks like there might be even a character swap there for Luke, so possibly changing a little bit of strategy going on there. As we speak right now, Carson is going to be setting up his match with his opponent from Hines Community College. His opponent from Hines Community College, let me check so I can make sure that I say the correct thing, I believe is undefeated, or at least in second place in their pool. Yes, so Carvin from Hines Community College is undefeated at 6-0 right now. He has already played Luke, and it was a pretty good matchup there. We cannot quite remember. We're pretty sure it was a snake main that he used, but cannot quite remember. As we talked about before, most of the time you're walking into your match not knowing who the other character, who the other opponent has as their main character. It's been a little bit different with Luke and Carson's situation because somehow they were put in the same pool of the 30 pools. They were able to be put in the same one. So they have played exactly who the other person has played. So a lot of the times they're able to say, hey, I'm playing so-and-so this week. Do you remember who they used? And so being able to figure a lot of that stuff out, as sometimes it's beneficial and sometimes it's not beneficial. As we see, there was weeks where we were like, oh, yep, they definitely used this character. This is who they used. They used 2 of them. Here it is, bang and bang. And then all of a sudden you get to your match and they use somebody completely different and you were prepared for somebody completely different. So it's really up in the air if it was beneficial or if it was not beneficial. So we will see what happens with the rest of Luke's matchup. Carson's going to get his set up as we go. We're going to throw it over to our Smash Bros. Cinematic. I'm going to go and make sure that everything's rolling and getting ready to go as it is, and then I will be back very, very shortly with our next match coming up here for Blastin'. All right, so as we walked over, Carson has his lobby set up, so we should be seeing that coming here very shortly. Blastin' normally goes with their Rob main. We'll see if that is the same. I heard that it's a Palutena that they are using on the other end, so that will be very interesting as they were talking about. It's going to be very a very different strategy with the projectiles and the reflect and everything that they have. So while that was going on, as you can see right here, it is going to be Rob versus Palutena. Luke was able to grab his game 3 victory, so he inches closer at a 1-2 deficit as we check in right now as the first game here for Blastin' versus Eclipse from that Hines Community College. Rob looked for that offstage spike right there, not quite able to connect on it. Definitely being able to put up a fight so far. As we've talked about, this Hines Community College player is undefeated, so we knew it was going to be a tough match coming into it. Connects right there and sends Rob flying, so Rob's first stock will be taken, but Palutena has taken quite a bit of damage so far already, so we'll see if Rob is able to even things up here pretty quickly. As simultaneously I can look over my shoulder, peer through the window, and be able to see Luke's matchup. As last game he made the change to Byleth and was able to capture the victory. Sorry, tripping over all my words. And so is trying to even things up as the first stock is taken off the board for him. As instantly, right when I say that, Rob is able to even things up with stocks there, as Palutena's first stock comes off the board for her. Is able to avoid that charge, but walks straight into a couple of combos from Palutena, sends Rob flying. So we'll go down one stock once again. The last time that we saw that, they were able to even it back up, so we'll see if they can even it up at one stock left each. As I believe Luke was able to even up his matchup, and so they're both down to 2 stocks each. Sends a huge shot right there as I get a little peer over the shoulder, like, damn! Gets a great shot and is able to take the second stock off of Ryu. Oh, looks for the spike, just narrowly avoids it. Palutena is able to do. Rob is going to look to try and deliver a lot of damage here in a short amount of time, as the damage is starting to pile up on him. Oh, and as he's going for the recovery, Palutena goes off stage and is able to connect and take the last stock for Rob. So Palutena from Hines Community College will take the first game victory. We'll go up 1-0. Sorry, I got stuck in game mode over there as I'm trying to see and peer over. Luke is in a tight match on his side of things. Is able to connect and get a huge shot on Ryu and grab the final stock. They were both down to the last stock, so he will even things up. Also, a lot of excitement going down here in the Esports Center. As I think we can switch over to the center cam view. We have a webcam that actually is basically right over. I don't actually know if it's pointed at our switch station. Actually, I think it's pointed over by our computers and all that stuff. But we've got some people in here hanging out, watching all that stuff. But Luke grabs a huge play to even his series up at 2-2. As you can see right there, Dragon's walking into the building after saying, you know what, I'm undefeated, what is up? And you can see Luke right there corresponding with his opponent, figuring out what is going to be their 5th and final stage that they are going to. A lot of excitement going down. You see some people watching and all good stuff. Off to the right there a little bit on the screen is where Blaston is playing his games. So a lot of excitement already built up here as Dragon was able to grab his first match victory. Carson Blaston had a fantastic bout against Palutena, as it was definitely a different character than they were expecting once again. And Rob was able to grab a stock, deal quite a bit of damage. Be really close to grab that second stop, but a couple of hits here and there went in Palutena's advantage. So it'll be a close matchup, I think, here in Game 2 coming shortly of Blaston's matchup. And like we said, Luke is getting set up and ready to go into the Game 5 winner-take-all match here in his contest of the day. So that's going to be a really exciting one going over there. So if you hear dead silence from me or it comes to my camera and I'm looking like this, I'm looking through the window over at Luke's matchup also. As you can see, Blaston's matchup coming on screen. And an interesting decision here from Hines Community College, as they're actually switching their character after winning the first one. They're going to go to Shulk, as you're going to see a lot of different abilities come from Shulk and his sword. You can see that they're on that speed ability right now, so as it says in the name, has a lot of speed to him. And so we'll see how Rob is able to counter this Shulk character in front of him. Shulk is able to connect on that backslash right there and take the first stock from Rob as Luke's hopping into his 5th and final match 2, trying to see if he can win his game 5 and win the match for the day. Rob is able to connect on his laser right off of the stage and grabs the first stock, so they are even in stocks here. I'll try and narrate the best for you watching at home of what's going on in Luke's matches. I'm just kind of peering back and forth as it looks like Ryu's able to grab Luke's first stock, but does have quite a bit of damage on his end. And they answer right back as you see Shulk launch Rob off of stage. Ryu was launched over there, so it's 2-2 on Luke's side. As you see, Dragon is at, or Blastin is at a little bit of a deficit, down 1 stock right now. Good connection there on his laser, able to get his projectile hit, and Shulk is going to go with the up jab right there and be able to send Rob flying off steam. So he will grab the second game victory and go up 2-0. But as I guess you guys can hear as I'm talking about it, 2-0 is nothing here as Luke has come back from his 2-0 deficit and tied things up and looks to be faring very well here in this game 5. I think they're both down to 2 stocks possibly. But a lot of great action going on over there. Sorry, I just get so locked in on it. Yes, and so it's going to be 1 stock left for each one of them as Luke lost his second stock right there, but does have a whopping 83 damage dealt to Ryu. So is in the driver's seat just trying to try and cap this thing off and complete this complete comeback. But it's been a fantastic match throughout so far. Is able to grab a couple shots right there. Just barely misses. As I'm commentating like you guys are being able to watch. Sorry, I'm just so locked in. I just love it. I love this window right here. Not quite able to pull it off. It was close though. A fantastic match. As you probably saw there a little bit from the reaction. Right down to the last wire. Both of them had over 100% of damage to each other with 1 stock left. Just barely missed on his. And you see another switch. Very interesting. I think the biggest thing that we were probably seeing, as we talked about before, Hines Community College, Carvin is undefeated. And so they are already into playoffs. Probably just trying to stay loose and stay warm with all of their characters that they main, so they know how to combat anybody that they might see in playoffs. As you see the combination of Pyra and Mithra coming on here against Rob. Mithra is the character that you can see in front of you with that blue. They have a different skin on, so typically I think they have like a black outfit going on and all that stuff, but Mithra is that character that is speed to the max. As you can see, a lot of the speed coming from them. They move very quickly. Their strikes are very quick with that sword. And then if you see the transformation happen between the two and you go to Mithra, or sorry, you go to Pyra, that is more of the, as it comes right here, the damage character and deals with, as you can kind of hear in the name, fire. You'll see that sword get thrown a little bit and start to spin in a circle and have fire coming from it. But it is a very big thing as they deal a lot of damage with their sword. Then there it is right there, right on cue. But the switch can happen in just a blink of an eye, so you really have to pay attention, especially with this skin selection they have on, as Mithra or Pyra doesn't go to the classic red hair and red outfit to really make the difference, as they both have the same color hair and same color outfit. But Rob is trying to even things up here, possibly. Oh, not quite able to get through the shield right there. Is able to send Mithra flying. Is going to try and connect once again. Not able to do so, but does have great recovery. And is going to get all the way back to the side of the stage. There is a big hit again, once again from Rob, but this character is not going away. Just fantastic as you finally see him able to connect on that spinning arm move right there and send Mithra flying. They definitely make use of the swap of characters and do it quite quickly. I've seen a lot of the majority of use be with Mithra using that speed, and then I kind of think that the game plan is to try and get Rob off balance, possibly up in the air, and then switch to that Mithra character who deals a lot of damage to get a couple shots in, and then go back to, Pyra, and go back to Mithra. Gosh, the names are just so close, and they just go back and forth so much, it's hard to keep up with it. But really a tight contest here so far from Blastin. Carvin from Hines Community College has definitely picked up on that spike that Blastin loves to use very quickly in this matchup as they block it quite a bit. Able to go up and use their up special and send Rob flying off the top of the map. So will go up by one stock, but does have quite a bit of damage already dealt to them. Rob will look to try and deal quite a bit more to him and send him off stage and even this up at one stock left each. Oh, connects with his laser. Looks to get the gyro, not able to do so. Tries to go for the spike. Does not connect on that either. So had a couple of opportunities, not quite able to connect to try and even things up. But is still in a pretty good spot. And is able to grab that second stock there from Pyra, I believe is the character that's out right now. Tough battle ahead here of Rob to try and grab this last stock as he's at a little bit of a disadvantage here in the damage. But can deal a couple of hits here to be able to even things back up. And falls right into that sword there from, as we talked about, Pyra deals a lot of damage with her shots. So isn't quite able to survive that onslaught from it. But definitely a fantastic fight throughout the whole match there from Blastin, as Hines Community College, Carvin there from their college, is undefeated on the season, stays undefeated, so congratulations to him. 7-0 record on his slate is a fantastic thing to have. Congratulations to Hines Community College. You guys have an undefeated. We're pretty excited about our undefeated contestant too, but Blastin puts up a fantastic fight against a very, very good opponent right there. Takes him to the brink, I think, twice there in the games. And so good luck and congratulations to Carvin from Hines Community College as you go forward into the playoffs. We're really excited for Dragon going forth into his playoffs. And obviously, we have our fingers crossed as Luke and Blastin have had a fantastic showing throughout the whole season, as Luke just barely lost a heartbreaker there at the end. We'll have our fingers crossed to see if they're able to make it into the playoff scene. If not, we're excited for them to be able to return again next season and pick up exactly where they left off. We've seen a lot of strides, a lot of improvement from all of our players throughout the whole season. So it'll be exciting to see them pick up right there and continue to run with it. All in all, just a really exciting, a really proud season here for the Chokers of Super Smash Bros. The regular season has officially come to the close here in the Esports Center for Super Smash Bros. Like we said, and you saw, fantastic match from Blastin. Luke takes it to the brink against the Northeastern Technical College and just barely is not able to pull that one off. And then Dragon caps off his undefeated season. So a lot of fun being had here on Wednesday. It was another fun Wednesday for us. We will see you back here for Smash Bros. Let me check and make sure once again. I always got to make sure that I'm not saying the wrong things. I want to have the right. It looks like round 1 will start for Super Smash Bros. On November 30th. and it will be at that it looks like 4 o'clock time slot actually. So November 30th will be round one for Smash Bros. So it will be the Wednesday after Thanksgiving, if I have my dates correct. And that for sure will have Dragon in it, and hopefully have a couple more chokers, but we will find that out for sure this weekend. If you are here for Super Smash Bros, we will see you back here again on November 30th. If you're here for Grays Harbor Esports in general, we'll see you back here at 5 o'clock for some Warzone coming your way. A little bit of change up for the playoffs, but we'll talk about that more on the Warzone stream because if you don't know anything about Warzone or don't care about it, I don't want to bore you with that. So if you are in Warzone mood, we'll see you back here at 5 p.m. Ultimately, all in all, the Chokers have 2 huge games left this season in this week, with Valorant going tomorrow against the undefeated Lackawanna for a win to get into the playoffs, and then Overwatch is going against Westchester County Community College for a win to get the #1 seed coming out of their pool. And a loss puts them in a really funky tiebreaker situation. So looking to grab 2 more wins to cap off the week and then go into the playoffs with quite a few of Grays Harbor teams in it. So we hope to see you around. Continue to support us. Continue to shout out your love. Stay active in the chat. We have as you know, we have that 3-minute delay going on our stream. So my reaction to your chats and all that kind of stuff don't really happen because it would be 3 minutes later. But we do have people running the stream who love to chat it up with you in that box down there. So please continue to give your support. We love that you guys hang out with us day in and day out. And once again, thank you so much. And we will see you all next time.